Previously on the diary.
Bobby thinks he's shaman-enchantedly in love with my sister. Ugh! For the past week, he's been coming to Jessica's house looking for me because he hasn't been able to find her. Shocker, not even the police has found her. How can a split-personality convicted psychiatric killer get away with her second murder when there's video evidence by blaming someone else who is supposed to be dead? They'd have to be total morons to believe me this time. Yesterday, Jessica and I went clubbing. On the drive back home, we crashed head-on at full speed on Jessica's side. I rode in the ambulance with Jessica to the hospital. For 17 hours straight, the doctors were in that room working on Jessica. The electrocardiogram would beep once, but immediately flatlined again. The doctor grabbed a clipboard and started writing the time of death. I didn't want Jessica's last day on Earth be today. I found that guard, snuck behind him, snatched his gun. I kicked the doors open and walked in holding a hostage at gunpoint. You are going to save Jessica now, or I'm gonna shoot. I swear I'm gonna shoot. Yourself? I was my own hostage, holding the gun to my temple. The doctor shocked Jessica's chest one last time, and the sound of intermittent beeps stopped me from pulling the trigger. She was alive. I put the gun on the floor and pushed it away. I put my hands behind my head and dropped to the floor, face down. The guard moved in to arrest me, but my job there was done.
The following takes place on June 10th, 2015.
Dear Diary, I haven't heard any update on Jessica's condition, but soon we'll be together. I don't really care about having to spend an entire week at the hospital. All I want is to be there when she wakes up. I even want to be there while she's still asleep to protect her. I want to be there in case she needs my blood. My sister is still out there, and no one will make sure Jessica is safe better than me. I will stand guard longer than anyone. Nothing can get in the way of making her safe. I'm ready to attack, ready to kill, ready to blow up and destroy anyone or anything that wishes her harm. If I only knew who that driver was. There is so much anger and vengeance vibrating, shaking inside of me, making me unstable. I need to detonate this rage soon, but it must be on the right person. How will I find them? One thing at a time. Today I'm meeting with the hospital lawyers. After the scene I caused at the ER, I was arrested. In general, since the only life I put in danger during my demands was my own, they couldn't really charge me with anything other than suicidal problems. But they did charge me with assault on the security guard. I could have gone to jail for that, however I brought something up to my lawyer's attention, and while she didn't agree to it at first, I ended up convincing her, and she ended up trying it. We're going to hear back on the decision today. You see, doctors are supposed to do everything they can to save the lives of their patients. I will apply for the benefit of the sick all measures which are required. This is part of the Hippocratic Oath all doctors must swear. Jessica's doctor had started to fill out her time of death report, yet Jessica is alive. How can he claim he did everything he could do for her the first time if she didn't actually die? By definition, my actions were required as he hadn't done all required measures yet. Not unless they changed the name to the Hypocritical Oath. So, we countersued the hospital because the doctor assisting Jessica had broken the oath, justifying my actions. In our demands, we didn't ask for anything other than for them to drop the charges against me. At first, they thought it was ridiculous, but we stood by it. After a while, they revised the terms and said that they would consider it if I agreed to a week of observation at the hospital. Suicidal watch, they called it. That's not a problem for me. I would spend all my time at the hospital anyway, so I agreed. We're meeting later today to hear their decision on whether they will drop all charges and proceed with the agreement, but I'm sure they don't need the kind of publicity that our counter-lawsuit would bring them. I'm sure they'll agree, and once more, I would have managed to avoid going to prison. Love, C.